It's official. Kamala Harris now has enough votes to officially become the Democratic nominee. Her campaign just announcing she has amassed enough delegates in online voting to clinch the top spot in the presidential ticket. It is a huge feat for the Harris campaign. In just under a month, she has surpassed the 1,976 delegates needed to win the nomination. And she has raised more than $300 million. That is more than double the Trump campaign. And we brought it to you just minutes ago as it happened live. As all of this is going on, the GOP going after Harris for what they say she is hiding from the press. She's been hitting the trail around the nation, but has yet to schedule any formal sit-down interviews, something some strategists say could harm her momentum. NewsNation political contributor Colby Hall is joining us live on this. Colby, good to see you. And, you know, I first of all just want to ask you about the breaking news just minutes ago, because President Trump had said that he would not debate Harris until she is the official nominee. She's the official nominee now. Will we be seeing a debate?
I think we will. I mean, at this point, it's a matter of public relations. And if Trump decides or declines not to debate her, I think that's a black eye. I think Trump is very confident, and he should be. In a debate format, he's quick-witted. He's a bull. He's a bull in a china shop. I think Kamala Harris will be way better than Biden would have been in articulating an argument against Trump. But it's going to be a much fairer fight between the two. And ultimately, I think Trump loves ratings and attention. And so, yeah, it would really surprise me if the debate didn't come off.
Do you think they are evenly matched on the debate stage?
Well, it's hard to say. I think, you know, at the tail of the tape, they each have strengths and they each have weaknesses. Trump is very good at very sort of pithily attacking weak points in his opponent. Kamala Harris can get lost a little bit, and she's get criticized not unfairly for saying word salad sometimes. But, you know, she's a former prosecutor, and when she was a senator, she did very well during Senate hearings at prosecuting, whether it was Supreme Court confirmation hearing. So she understands sort of legal logic and argument. So she has some strengths as well. And Trump, you know, he can lose his train of thought as well. So, you know, each has strengths and each has weaknesses. It would be interesting to see who gets flustered and who stays on message.
Okay, I do want to ask you about the Harris honeymoon. You know, she really is riding high on momentum still, breaking fundraising records, of course, capturing the love of Gen Z on social media. Any sign this honeymoon period is coming to an end?
You know, no, I don't think so. I think it would be coming to an end soon, but she really benefits from a very fortuitous schedule, because on Tuesday, she's going to announce her vice presidential candidate, which will give her a little bit of a bounce. And then that's about a week and a half away from the DNC, which is coming up towards the end of August, which is another float. So she's going to, I mean, the truth is, I think most reasonable people would love to see her answer tough questions from real journalists, but she doesn't have to do that. Like, why borrow trouble? Why agree to a tough interview if you know nothing good is going to come from that? Which, you know, is why journalists need to pressure her to take tough questions. She's making appearances, but she's not answering any tough questions. By the way, other than his appearance at the NABJ, President Trump, or former President Trump, is also only sitting down with friendly journalists at Fox News. So it kind of goes both ways. But, you know, ultimately, I think she will have to sit down with a tough journalist at some point.
Yeah, tell me about that. Do you think the GOP criticism is fair, that they say she is dodging media, dodging journalists, not scheduling a sit-down interview? Is it fair?
It is fair, but it's also predictable. I mean, of course they're going to say that. And, you know, the sad truth in this world is that the candidates have all the power. You know, every journalist in the world, whether you're pro-Trump or a Democrat, whatever, like, you are beholden to the campaign agreeing to say yes. And so it's pretty clear Kamala Harris is riding this momentum. She's pretty much evened up the polls. So what does she have to gain from agreeing to a tough interview? Very, very little. Unfortunately, the body politic, American citizens, lose by not seeing more. I think she's been way more disciplined than we saw her in 2020, or even the first year as vice president. But, you know, it's not clear. She will step in it at some point. And, you know, I'd love to see her get a tough interview by, you know, my friend Dan Abrams. I think he'd be the perfect person that would be tough but fair to Kamala Harris.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.